And a sister is tired. I am tired. And I forgot almost that it was Sunday. Hey y'all, welcome to Lovely J Podcast. And it's almost Monday. I am speaking to y'all so late. 11:53 p.m. Well, let's talk about Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving? You can always tell me in the chat. Is there anything you want to tell me that happened on your Thanksgiving? Was it good? Was it bad? How you feel now? As for me, I would say this was one of the best Thanksgivings that I have had in a long time. Now, I know the previous years, anything after 40 was good, but this one was, it was beyond good. I don't know. I did nothing extra or special, but it was good. It was just beyond good. I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't dress up. I cooked the food. That was it. And I watched movies. I watched me 4 movies. I watched 4 movies. That was all. And that was all I wanted to do. So I was good. I was good with that. My stove went out, and I still was not upset about that. Took 2 hours to cook the cornbread. I was very patient. Didn't work my patience though, but I was very patient with it. And, I did what I had to do. I used what I had, and that was good enough for me. Now, y'all, my air just came on because I got the heat on in here, and every time it gets a little bit too hot, it'll come on. I'm going to scoot on to the bedroom, though, because I think it's time for me to go lay it down. It's a little early for me, but I'm tired. I'm going to finish talking about it, so just hang on, bear with me as I get my things together, grab me some water to take with me, and we'll talk some more. We're going to talk some more. Let me pick up a few things here that I want to take with me back there so I can work on it just in case. Sometimes I don't feel like doing all that work right then and there, but I think I'll work those tomorrow. Let me just use my bedroom to rest for the night. I have a certain goal I'm trying to get to, and it's not a money goal. It is a money goal, but in a way, it's not. I'm grabbing up my things, y'all. Give me a little time here. Let me go. Let me cut this off. Got my charger. Let's walk on back here. Down the beautiful hallway of goodness. Okay. And I made it. I made it to my room. I just gotta move a couple things out the way. And the heat comes on as soon as I walk in back here. Probably because the air came on. Let me turn that off. Let me get a couple things here together. Then I'm gonna lay it down and have a good talking with you. Oh, that was a good shot. I haven't really talked to y'all in a minute. Okay, I got my lights out. So I'm just laying it down. Oh God, ouch! I accidentally did something to my nail. Pulled the nail back, almost pulled it off, but it didn't come off. So now it's gonna hurt. Hopefully not. Okay, now getting back to everything. Now that I'm laying down. So the main thing I just did my cooking and relaxed. That was it. Watched movies. Hadn't watched TV in years because I haven't had a TV in about 2 or 3 years. So I didn't. And I just got one. So I watched the movies and that was it. Eating and movies. Now, did I have any visitors? No, not really. My children came by and they, picked up things to go eat with the other family members. I was okay. My son ate with me. My granddaughter, I had some granddaughters that were here eating with me. We were eating all the time. We were eating throughout the day. My shot did not feel like it worked. But we was eating throughout the day. And everybody went their own separate ways. I had pans and pans of food it was already prepared. I had prepared it, but I could not cook it. So the next day, the food had to go down my daughter's house for them to cook. And that's how we ended up having the extra day's worth of Thanksgiving food. Because I didn't even finish cooking until the next day after Thanksgiving. But I did manage to cook enough that everybody was able to get something to eat. And I cooked the ham for the first time in years. I don't think I've cooked a ham in 10 years. I may have assisted people with cooking hams, but as far as me cooking one, nope. It's been me by myself cooking one. It's been, I would say, probably over 10 years. Because last time I cooked that ham, I was with my ex. And once I got with him, I started letting him do all that. Surprisingly, though, it came out really good. And I'm going to tell y'all what I did. I had this purple, it was wrapped in purple, a market side, excuse me, lay down and get sleepy. It was one of those market side hams that you buy at the grocery store. It's already sliced and the bone is in. It was spiral cut, and it comes with the little packet thing. Well, I know everybody says throw the packet away, but don't throw the packet away. Read how to use the packet, because if you use the packet the way they tell you, you're going to have some good tasting ham. I used that pack. The only thing I did with that packet is I poured pineapple juice in it and I heated it up over the stove. And once it got that little brown, it ain't nothing but brown sugar. Some type of brown sugar. And once I got all that, I just started basting the ham with it. Which, how I did that was I cooked the ham first for 45 minutes and poured it out and then added that glaze to it, that brown sugar and pineapple juice mix. Put some pineapples on top of it. That was a good sweet ham. That was the kind of ham that you just, you can eat it by itself. It didn't need too much or nothing. I don't know if anybody liked it, but I liked it. And that's the most ham I've ate in a long time, come to think about it. Because usually when it comes down to the ham, I don't eat the ham. Or either I'll just tell somebody, give me a piece of yours. I don't eat much of it because of high blood pressure. But this year, I ate a good whole piece. I know that's not really much, but it's much for me because I usually don't eat it like that. But it was good. I enjoyed the taste. I might have ate 1.5 pieces. That's how good it was to me. What else did I do? That was it, y'all. That's all I did for Thanksgiving. And the next day, I went back to work because I started getting bored. I watched a couple movies, then went back to work. And today I worked some. I worked all day today. I'm just trying to get certain things out because I need to make some money to get my floor fixed in my kitchen. I need another I need another floor put down because the oh, I had a water leak. I had a water leak a couple weeks ago, and that leak just it did a number on. It had been, from what I understand, it had been leaking for a while, and it messed up my master bedroom floor, and it messed up my kitchen floor, made it weak, and so I barely want to walk on it now because I can't trust it because of the weakness. Well, y'all, I know I came on here to talk to y'all, but I'm also tired, and I didn't realize how tired I was until I started talking. What's new in my life? What's new? I got to talk to a couple of guy friends later that night on Thanksgiving, and it was nice and refreshing to talk to them. And one had, really touched my heart that he would ask me, how you doing with everything, the grief and everything on this day. And, I tried really not to think about it on Thanksgiving. And I wasn't sad on Thanksgiving or anything like that. I was really thankful for real. I did tell him the truth. I said, I'll tell you the honest truth. I really do. I have my moments because I just do. I have to baby myself. I have to love on myself. There's so much I have to do on myself during this time in my life. And I really honestly think a majority of this is me grieving who I used to be. I know that I'm grieving. I know that there's some grief there because he's gone, but also there's grief there because I'm changing. And this change is different from any other change that I've ever been through. I don't know if it's the age or it's just the freedom that comes along with knowing what we were going through. There was a lot of freedom that came through his death. And I'm not saying that to be nasty or rude or anything, because he was narcissistic. And the freedom was emotional freedom. I started back doing things that I loved again. And it wasn't because I was losing weight. It was because these were things I didn't even think about while he was living because of the emotional pain that came along with it. These were things that we used to do together and that he also made me dislike. So in that number of sense, I'm becoming somebody different. Now I'm starting to enjoy the things that I was taking for granted, that I had started hating. I'm starting to see the broody again. I'm starting to feel my womanhood. See, the whole time I was with him, I had to man up. I had to have business on my mind. I had to just be manly like. Even though I looked like a woman, my character was not like a woman. My character was more like a tomboy, probably just nasty, mean. I had a real wicked character. And that part still lived as long as he was living. It won't active in my life, but it was still living long as he was living, because I would go certain places and I'd be like, what if he show up? I need to go ahead and leave. And I would always prepare myself ahead of time just in case if I did run into him, because that's how bad things really were. And it just, we couldn't have got back together if we wanted to, because we had so much, I don't know, it just wasn't going to work. It wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't meant to be. And it just went against everything that God stands for. And if I would have known what I know, I think I could have saved myself a lot of heartache and pain. But the person I'm becoming now is totally different. I'm not begging anybody to be in my life now. For Thanksgiving, it wouldn't have bothered me if nobody showed up or if I would went somewhere if I didn't go. It no longer matters to me. I have cares in my life, but they are genuine cares now. The cares I care about now, I'm not going to name out loud, of course, because I never know what care is going to come up as I age and as I become more mature in life. I don't know what type of cares is going to be in my path or my forecast, because that's the future. But for right now, I just know that I'm okay with being hated. I'm okay with being loved. I'm okay being me. And I think that's why I had such a good Thanksgiving, because it wasn't even about preparing my mind to be by myself. It wasn't even like that. It was more about this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful and I'm just going to be me. And I'm thankful for being me. And you know what? I didn't change out my dress, and I still got that dress on. I did take a bath, but I still got that dress on. You know how you throw a house dress on? Yeah. But it was just one of them moments that I felt like me. I felt like the more adult me, the mature me. Like the young woman that was inside of me hurting. I didn't feel her at all. I felt like she was taken care of, that she was loved, and she knows that she was loved, and that God had me every step of the way. Sing it, Truthette. Sing it. Every step of the way. I just felt loved. Even, my back went out while I was cooking, and that was a surprise to me, because I thought, I actually worked out and things, did little exercises and things to try to strengthen my back up for this day. And the doggone back still went out. So at one point, I was just bending over. And if I bend over, it was hard to get back up, to stand straight back up because of the back pain. Even that didn't bother me as much. It didn't bother me as much. And the pain, thank God, that my back is recovering sooner than later. And I could tell it's recovering from the cooking and standing and the walking and things and the lifting. It's recovering. Thank God for that. It's like, I could tell. But it did go out. And even with that, I didn't get discouraged. I still kept a happy frame of mindset, a peaceful frame of mindset. And I had, got me some wine coolers. I was going to drink them, but I only drank one. And that's usually all I will drink, is like one. It might be two, but it don't take that for me now. I only drunk it. I keep some on hand for my stomach. I don't know what it is about it, but my daddy just always said here, because I always had this bad problem about throwing up. Still got that problem. And when it gets too bad, he would tell me to go ahead and drink some wine for it, and that would help settle out my stomach. Now, I don't know where he got it from. He said the Bible. I can't remember if I read it in the Bible or not, but I do still to this day use it as a form of medicine and not recreation. It's not a recreation drink for me anymore. It's more like medicine. Because of I think it must be the fermenting on it. It's gotta be. That makes the stomach feel better. Yeah. It's gotta be, because cabbage ferments, and that creates antioxidants and, kind of like a probiotic to help the stomach when digesting and bloating. But that's only in moderation. Not if you're drinking whole bottles. Yeah. But I think this Thanksgiving, the mature woman in me really stepped to the plate. I was just one of them grandmas this Thanksgiving that, it is what it is. I didn't dress up or nothing. I wanted to dress up, but by the time, kept trying to check that stove and everything, I was like, you know what? I'm okay like I am. I know I've been dressing up going to the living room for years. I have. I mean, I've been doing that for years. Anybody know me will tell you I dress up to go to the living room, especially on holidays. But you know what? This year I didn't. I wore my old house dress and it felt good. It felt good. I don't have no complaints. And as we coming to the end of the year, y'all, I cannot complain about this year. I know it's some bad things that happened to me throughout this year, and they haven't stopped happening to me. I just lost a half a ponytail again. It's been happening for the last 3 weeks, like cutting my hair and things. And, I don't know who the somebodies are that keep doing things, but I do know that every dog has its day. And I do know that you reap what you sow. I ain't going to wish bad on nobody. You ain't going to make me hate nobody. And I had to even take back some words I said. I know you can't take them back, but I asked God to forgive me for some words I had said toward the people who keep doing things to me. Because Thanksgiving Eve, my keys got missing. And I know I had just seen my keys. And then, like yesterday, I get told my windows down in my car in the back seat. And so I guess now my steering wheel cover is probably tore up more. Because every time somebody asks me for my key, something gets messed up in my car. And I don't like giving my key out and unlocking my door. But they said, quote, my back window was down. And I know I did not leave no windows down because I check my car. Every time I get out, I check the car to make sure no windows are down. And that particular day, last time I drove my car, I definitely checked my windows to make sure they was up because I had samples in there with me. And I had to look to the back to get the samples out. So I know somebody lying somewhere. But it's all going to come to a head one day. And I'm going to be still sitting here in my frame of mind. I'm going to have my mind because I'm not the one playing games. But those playing games, they're going to play games so long till they get to a place where they can't trust nobody. That's how bad their mind going to be. The ditch they digging for me, they really digging for themselves. Yep, they really digging for themselves while they trying to make me look bad, feel bad, and destroying everything that I do for my home and things and my car. It's happening to them 10 times worse. So they might as well get ready for it. But I can tell you this on this Thanksgiving. I'm very thankful for friends and family and everyone that I know. But I'm also thankful for the gift of discernment. That I can love you, but I ain't got to be up under you. Because sometimes separation is better than staying together. And that's what I'm going to do. I just keep myself separated. What they got going on, it's none of my business. It's none of my business what they have going on. The only business I have is about God's business. And for some reason, he got me on that TikTok shop just doing things and, telling people about things. And, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming. But I'm thankful that it did come. I'm very thankful because it lets me know that I can do things that seem difficult or seem challenging. And doing that TikTok shop is very challenging. It's very challenging. Oh, speaking of it, y'all go check out my page, Jamie the Advocate, or you can put in the search at Miss Coco Boughton, and you'll see my page and go to the showcase, because right now they still got deals going on in them TikTok shops. And I got a bunch of deals going on. Some of that stuff 67 and it's over like 60% off. Good things. If you're looking for a good mattress to hold up that's heavy duty, go in my TikTok shop, and it's probably the only one in there that I have, and it's worth getting. Yeah. But anyways, it was good chatting with y'all, and I'm gonna take myself and probably watch some more TikTok, and then go to bed. Other than that, y'all keep your eyes open and your ears open, because I still have more podcasts on here. Hello Life. If you need help with cleaning up, I do sessions on Hello Life. We do 15-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute sessions of cleaning up. I have UGA Gospel Storm. That's good old gospel music. We're going to start playing the Christmas music. I've got tons of Christmas music in, and I got to get to playing it. And if you know someone who got some music that is gospel, Christian, or some Christmas songs, tell them to send it to MissCocoBowden@gmail.com, and I will play it. If it's gospel, I'll play it on UGA Gospel Storm. If it's blues, I'll play it on this station, okay? That's how we'll do that. So if you got some friends that sing, tell them to send their music in. And I will showcase artists on this channel. If it's blues or, if it's anything other than gospel, I'll play it on this channel. And, what else? I have, I can't name them all, but it's a different podcast. There's some old podcasts that's up. You can listen to old ones. They're just as good, of interviews that I've did with celebrity artists and things. Indie artists. It would be on Who's Who, Interviews with Miss Coco Bowden. That's a podcast. Seriously, you just gotta stroll through my podcasts and find which one you like. Jamie Talk. I haven't done that I haven't done it at all this year, I don't think. That's more about humanity, economics, segregation, racism, politics. And, in those podcasts, I talked about how they were going to take everything from the women. If women did not stop participating in these community policing programs, which are designed to really set women up and anybody of color up. They want you on their side so that they can make you feel like you somebody at the same time while they stabbing you in your back. Look at all this stuff Trump is doing. He's trying to take everything from women, put women back in their places. As they say, women have two places, kitchen and bedroom. He's really trying to take us back in time. And on that podcast, I talked about it before it even happened. So on that note, check me out on YouTube. Lovely J Podcast is on YouTube. I'm on there showcasing items, and if you like anything, you can leave me a comment, and if you need a link to it, I'll send a link to you. Other than that, y'all, I got to go. I'm sleepy. Peace, love, and happiness. Happy Thanksgiving, and let's get ready for Christmas.